It's been a long weekend. It has, but we feel like we've made some progress, and everybody. It's Sunday, but this is a continuing process at this point.
Marty, what'd you like in the two guys you claimed today?
Well, I think in Demetrius Cox, we have a young safety who, can play basically free and strong. Thought he had a very good preseason. We had some good grades on him in college, and I think he helps our depth there.
How about and Kaya?
Brad's a guy our scouts like him, our coaches like him. He's a guy who's got really good intangibles. He's got a quick release, a very professional approach to the position, and he had a good preseason and shows promise, just like Garrett Gilbert does. And I think with those two guys, I think we have two good young quarterbacks to develop.
Why has that been important for you to add at least one developmental quarterback option?
Oh, I think you're always trying to keep one or two quarterbacks in the pipeline. I mean, Ron Wolf, one of the best general managers and evaluators, I think, in a long time. He would always, his approach was in the draft, you always try to pick one because of the value of that position. And I think it does take time in that position. And, to have two young guys that you feel like you can work on and develop, I think is important.
How about the decision to move on from Joe Webb, and then you bring back another quarterback too?
Yeah, I mean, that's hard. Joe means so much to the locker room, and the versatility he brought, not only at quarterback but on special teams. That was a very hard decision. But I think that that third spot, we felt like with Garrett and now with Brad, we have a chance to develop a young guy and move forward as far as that development process goes.
Marty, where's it stand right now in the kicker situation? Obviously, you got two on the roster. Any bites on Graham?
Yeah, I mean, again, as I said earlier, it's a fluid process, but we're fortunate enough to have two kickers that we really like, that I think are very good kickers, and we'll just see how that develops.
Would you say one of them has the lead in terms of your job right now, the Panthers kicking job?
I would say that if we go into Sunday with both, you would think that Graham Gano is going to be the kicker at this point.
How and I know you can't predict what other teams might do,
right.
But how long would you think you'd want to keep two of them, I guess, on the roster?
That's a hard question to answer. It really is. I think you just, you see how it goes. Right now we feel like we have been able to do it. And, it could be a long time or it could be a short time, and just that's hard to answer.
Would you be okay with either one of them if somebody were to offer you, keeping one over the other?
Well, I don't know. I think the thing is we're happy with both of them. We like both of them as kickers. So we'll just see how things transpire.
How about your punting situation and the decision you made there? What led to that?
Yeah, again, that was another hard one because we had two good ones. I think Mike's hang time and his consistency were something that he showed last year, and Andy is consistent. Well, it was a hard decision, but the final decision was to keep Mike.
Marty, you picked up Cox, I guess, on waivers, but are you okay with safety of those four? Are you good? Or?
Yeah, I think we feel like, that's usually you try to go 5 corners and 4 safeties, and Colin Jones obviously is the 3rd/4th. He's a guy who's been there and, can play in big nickel. He's played at safety. He's a core special teamer, so we feel very good about him. Our 2 starters, obviously, and then again, Demetrius, I think, is a young guy who has some upside.
We asked Ron about this all preseason, and I guess it'd be remiss if we didn't ask you your level of confidence in Cam and his recovery.
Oh, I think it's, we have been on a plan since training camp, and I think we feel very confident. We do feel very confident, and it's just, every day he takes more and more every week. He's gotten more and more work, and he's looked good, he's felt good, so I think we have a lot of confidence.
Was it tough, the decision on corn, or did it just look like that knee was not close?
Yeah, the problem is when you come in with a young guy like that, and he is got a very bright future, but when he doesn't go through camp and he's still a ways away, you know, you hate to do it, but I think it's probably for the best.
Difficult with Ellis Armah too, Marty. Obviously, when you bring in 2 claim guys, they have to make decisions on the other end.
Yeah, you know what? I mean, and the ones after the final 53 are that much harder because you know the player has been on the 53, but it's just you know, you have to make those decisions, and we're going to have to make more of them.
Teddy Williams just hurt too badly.
Yeah, he was. He really was. I mean, he's got a significant shoulder injury, so he'll be on injury reserve for a while, I think.
Marty, are there any of the guys that you placed on IR that have a chance to maybe come back and be a part of this season? Or
They can, actually. If they're on IR at this point, in order to be eligible for IR, you have to be on waivers Monday to be brought back. So they wouldn't be eligible.
Where do you think you guys are particularly strong on this roster?
Well, I think, you know, in the preseason, the offensive line certainly has played well, not only in the front, but the depth that we have. And I think that really jumps out. I think that linebacker, we're very good and very deep. It really, I mean, that's what jumps out about this roster is I think there's depth in pretty much everywhere. And, you know, that's been a big help going through these cuts.
Van Roten, I believe I'm pronouncing his name
Yeah.
correctly. He flew really under the radar. What should we know about
He
him?
really did, and I tell you, he's a guy that we basically brought in with 3 other guys the first day of camp to work out, and because we needed numbers, and he's been so steady. He can play both center and guard. The versatility he brings you there, and he's just in practice and games he just played well, and you know that's one of those stories that is kind of neat that. The underdog comes in and he's done it by hard work and really good practices and games.
How'd the trade get initiated with Buffalo? Did you call them or?
I did.
And tell us about the guy you got. I can't pronounce his first name.
Yes, Keevan. I got so many names going on. It's Keevan. He's experienced. He played some last year. He started 3 games, I think, for him. He's a pretty good sized corner with really good speed, really good play speed, really good man cover guy. And he can play both nickel and outside. So we think he can help us.
What was it like calling Brown?
Yeah, it was a little different, but you know, it's not like, you know, other guys, but it is because you've been with him so long. But I think both of us were just, you know, both of us are gonna try to just be as upfront as you can be.
Pretty optimistic about the 2 backup defensive tackles getting back out here today.
Hope so. Yeah, I mean that's again, we'll see how it goes. But Kyle certainly, I think, has made a lot of progress and is ready to go.